What's going on, my good people? It's your boy, Big Perk. I'm hosting First Take today, filling in for the great Stephen A. We have our girl, Charlie. She's filling in for Molly. And Dominique Foxworth, I feel sorry for his loss. He's filling in for Max Kellerman. We're going to talk about who would you start a franchise with, Trae Young or Luka Doncic? First Take starts now. You don't want to miss it.
It's exciting to be able to go back home.
I gotta enjoy each game.
We got a chance to bounce back. You gotta be ready.
Just move on. Nobody picked him up. Now takes a deep three and drills it. What a start for the Hawks.
They came out aggressive. They threw a big punch.
Giannis dunks it with her right hand. How do you stop that freight train? Middleton buries another one.
Whoa, the Khris Middleton show.
We just stuck with it. Kept trying to grind them down. Finally, they started dropping for me at the right time, so I'm thankful for that.
How quickly things can change. Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome to First Take on this beautiful Monday. I'm Charlie Arnold. We got Dominique Foxworth and Kendrick Perkins in the building. Gentlemen, how you doing today? You both look excellent in your different shades of what we have. Gray, the blues, looking good.
Doing the best I can. I'm hanging in there.
I'm doing well, Charlie. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Okay,
Good
guys,
morning
we have...
to you only, Charlie.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going.
Who determined who's in which seat? How come you get the Stephen A seat and I'm in the Max seat? I don't know if I agree with that. I declare that I'm filling in for Stephen A and you filling in for Max.
Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Maybe, Dominic, you'll get the intro next time. But, guys, we have 1 hour. We have a lot to get to, so it's kind of going to be like, the Fast and the Furious, but we got this. So, look. We're all in different places right now, but I know all of us tuned into the same game last night. It saw the Bucks take a 2-1 series lead on the road. The fourth quarter was the difference maker. The Tides shifted with about 8 minutes left in the fourth. Trae Young stepped out of bounds on a referee's foot. He tweaked his ankle. He left him ineffective really the rest of the game, and it was almost as if Khris Middleton smelled the blood, hitting a trio of threes. In less than 2 minutes, he ended up finishing with 38 points. The Bucks outscoring the Hawks 30-17 in the final. Look, how you feeling, Chris?
It's hurting. It's frustrating. When I came back in, it was just kind of sore, and I made me mad. I couldn't really go as fast as I wanted to, and then when I did, it hurt. So just gotta get treatment, and hopefully it feels better for next game.
I think once I realized I hit 2 in a row, just told myself to keep trying to find a shot to get up, knowing that I was gonna have a good chance of getting in. That's how I was thinking at that time.
All right, Middleton going off. So, Perk, what did Middleton prove last night?
What I've been preaching time and time again, that he's the Batman of this team and Giannis is the Robin. And look, it's okay to be the Robin. People think that's a bad thing. It's not. Okay, we all know that Giannis is a guy that could dominate the paint. He could get to the paint when he won't. But when it matters the most, we have seen time and time again that Giannis freezes up in the big moments. But when it matters the most, you could put the ball in Khris Middleton's hands and he delivers in great fashion. He's a guy that can create for his own. He's a shot maker. He shoots about 90% from the free throw line. He gets the job done. Last night, did you see him, Charlie? Did you see him, Foxworth? He went for 20 in the fourth. And when they were down, he took over the game. And Giannis said it after in his post-game interview. Hey, look. It don't even matter, man. If Khris want to take it over in the fourth, let him do it. You know what that told me? That Giannis even knows that he's the Batman on his team, Khris Middleton.
That's a stretch. So we're going to start off with some wild takes. I've heard you said that before in the past. So Khris Middleton is great. He proved last night that he can be big in big moments. But first of all, you said being called a Robin is not an insult. It absolutely is an insult to a 2-time MVP. Robin don't even got no pants. They send that man out there in bikini shorts with boots on. That's not the way you would treat a Batman. Batman got pants, and the person who wears the pants on that team is obviously the almost 7-foot Giannis Antetokounmpo. That whole team is built around him. You know why Khris Middleton can go off on occasion? Because they devise entire defenses to slow down Giannis. And yes, he's not perfect. He struggles from the free throw line, and his three-pointers, I think, 17% in the playoffs. They are bad. He is not perfect, but he is obviously the person who this team is built around. And you know how I can absolutely prove it? If I haven't proven it so far, I can prove it like this. At the end of this season, or at the end of both of their careers, no one is going to look at Giannis, say they never won a championship. No one's going to look at Khris Middleton and say, you know, Khris Middleton never won a championship. They're going to look at the two-time NBA MVP and measure his career by how many championships he won. That's only something that we do to Batman. We don't count up all of Pippen's championships, even though he won 6 and he was great. That's not something we do. That's how I know that Giannis is the Batman of this situation and is the star of that team. It's not even a debate.
See, and Foxworth, that lets me further know that while you were out doing other things last night, and this is why you're sitting in Max Kellerman's seat, because you probably wasn't even watching the game of basketball, okay? Last night watching the game, because if you were watching the game, then you can't sit up here and come here this morning and say, oh no, Khris Middleton don't look like the Batman. Khris Middleton don't look like the more skilled player. Khris Middleton don't look like he embraces the moment when it matters the most. I'm not saying overall career. I'm talking about right now on this Milwaukee Bucks team, Khris Middleton is the Batman. I saw Giannis on a couple of occasions last night when he went to the free throw line and the crowd started chanting and counting down, you know, how long he was at the free throw line. And he shot airball free throws. He shot an airball three-pointer. But when they were down 6 or 7 points, Khris Middleton said, give me the damn basketball, and he took over. That's what Batmans do.
Well, it's one game. I give you that. Last night, Khris Middleton was more important to them. But throughout these entire playoffs and throughout the recent history of this franchise, the guy who leads them in points, rebounds, and he gets more assists than Khris Middleton. The guy who leads this team, the anchor to the defense. So we're not even going to talk about how Khris Middleton, at best, is probably, at best, he's close. He's not even close to what Giannis contributes on the defensive end of the ball. You're going to roll your eyes at me? You as a center don't appreciate rim protection.
Oh, first of all, don't give me that about rim protection, because Giannis is the secondary rim protector to Brook Lopez. And don't even bring up defense when you talk about them. Go pull up the stats. Go pull up the data. Don't even talk to me about Giannis. Don't even talk to me about Giannis and defense. Please don't. Because you know what? I'm going to take you back into last series alone. When it was time to guard Kevin Durant in Game 7, you know who was checking Kevin Durant? It was Khris Middleton. You know who was delivering buckets on the other end in the fourth quarter going toe-to-toe with KD? It was Khris Middleton. Giannis didn't check KD one time throughout the whole entire series.
Their best and most effective lineup is when Giannis is at the 5, offensively and defensively. So maybe you're going to say that Lopez is their primary rim protector, but when it's winning time, Giannis is the rim protector. And pulling Giannis away from the basket to guard Kevin Durant is not what's best for the team. So I'm with you. In that moment, it looks like you can pick these isolated moments, but if we open up the league to a draft right now, Giannis is getting picked before Khris Middleton because Giannis is better and more valuable to the team. Like, I understand all these shortcomings that Giannis has, and I understand that Khris Middleton is cooking in the playoffs right now. But let's not pretend like Khris Middleton is better than Giannis. That's the argument you're making, that somehow he's better?
I said he's more skilled, and I'm gonna end on this note. When I used to do crazy things or say things that I shouldn't have said, my grandmother used to tell me, God bless your heart, baby. You don't know no better. And that's how I feel about you right now.
That I don't know no better. Okay, so please, we're GMs in the same league, and now I got Giannis or you got Giannis on your team. I got Khris Middleton on my team, and I'm gonna say let's trade him, and you're gonna be like, yeah, sign it, send it to the league, fax it over to the league office right now.
Listen, I was almost about to call you Max. Dominique, listen what I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now in the moment, I'm talking about this season. I'm not saying who would you start a franchise with. I'm saying in this moment in the Eastern Conference Finals, when you have been watching the Milwaukee Bucks team play, Khris Middleton has been the Batman.
Right.
He's delivered when it mattered the most.
All I'm saying is you can't call that a Batman. Robin saved the day once or twice. that don't mean that he's Batman.
Batman
is the one that
not
all
true.
of Gotham relies on. That's who Giannis is. Everyone's relying on him game in and game out. And Khris Middleton is stepping up recently. I appreciate it. He is great. I'm not trying to denigrate him. He's awesome. But he ain't Batman.
All right, well, I guess the roles can be debated, but Middleton does continue to step up. With that performance last night, Middleton became the first Bucks player with a 20-point fourth quarter in the past 25 seasons. Also, the last Bucks player in the last 25 seasons to have a 20-point quarter in any point of the game. That was also Khris Middleton. So he does continue to step up, showing his dominance in the postseason. But guys, we got a lot to get to. I told you we only have 1 hour here on First Take, so let's keep it rolling. Chauncey Billups officially named the Blazers head coach, but some people question whether this hire was a good look for the league. That is because of his past. The guys debate